We were planning a road trip to Bordeaux in southern France to this beautiful lake, and we wanted to do a travel vlog, so we reached out to a handful of companies, and Hohem came back to us with the iSteady V3 with its AI tracking and remote control, and also their new mic-01 that's fantastic for mobile phones. And XTC got in contact with us for his action cameras with the S6 and the Max2 Pro. We already had the Action 4 by DJI, so we thought that would give a perfect point of comparison. I show all the features of these pieces of kit throughout the video, and at the end I'll give you the pros and cons of each of these pieces of kit. As usual, there's a link in the description below so you can find out more about them. So let's get into that journey. So this is it, day one, setting off on our road trip. Yay! Everyone excited? I'm driving the car. Is everyone excited?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound very excited. Are you excited?
It's too early.
It's way too early. Oh my crazy daisy. What's it called?
Dartford Bridge. That's the River Thames.
Well, it's a beautiful sunny day for travelling, isn't it? Look, there's the port. So I've got the Hohem gimbal set up and the Hohem mic, and they're synced up through the phone video app, the Pro version, simply because I can adjust the audio, because it means I can bring the gain down, because otherwise it's a little too high and just peaks out a bit. So I get a better balance like this.
Guys, my ears are popped.
So it's not first thing in the morning and we've made it to France.
Yeah.
Are you happy now?
Oui, bonjour.
Yay! Oui! Ça va? Oui, bien!
Très bien.
That's Spanish.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Well, I can't decide whether I want some fizzy water or a Coke.
I thought you weren't allowed to please.
Well, I'm going to have water because I don't have a choice.
I want Coke.
You can't
Are you
have
still-
Coke. Right, this is it. I'm breaking my 2-week crash diet. Now I'm on holiday. Let's try the AI tracking. So I've switched it on and I can see a red light. So all I can do now is make this symbol and the light's gone green, and so now it's following me. Reframe this, I can make this symbol and it'll just keep me in that part of the frame and signal, and that stops the tracking. So let's go and have a look round. So taking a quick look at the app now, looking on the left hand side, you can set your exposure in auto and manual mode. Here you can set your resolution, and then you've got external lighting and settings for the app, camera or gimbal. And then on the top right hand side you've got moments where there's automatic mode you can go through, like Inception, etc. Then there's slow motion, time warp, which is like hyperlapse, and then time lapse, which is a series of still photos, and you can set all the parameters here, and then your usual video, photo and pano mode. So let's take a look at some of these in action. This is one of the many areas that Monet painted his paintings. Well, that's it. We're leaving Giverny, or how do you say it?
Giverny.
Giverny. Bye-bye, Giverny.
Bye, Giverny.
And now hitting the road, and we're going to Tours.
Tour.
Tour. I'm going to have to practice that accent, aren't I? Love these really wide boulevards. They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Really nice.
playing around with the magnification and the zoom function on this app, you can see I can hold down and touch the scroll wheel and just zoom in and out, and you'll notice I get some incredible compression. Also, you can just touch the zoom magnifications to jump to a different zoom. What do we all think of tour?
Beautiful.
It was so good.
Très
So
belle.
Loved it. Bye-bye tour.
Au revoir.
Hello, Bordeaux.
Yeah. Look, 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 look. Going over the river. This is Bordeaux, girls. You get a good view of it from here.
This is it, Biscarrosse. Very clean, pretty little place. Like a mansion.
There's a boulangerie. In fact, you might get some macaroons.
So we've arrived at our final destination. We're just below a town called Singuinet, which is outside of Bordeaux. And we're on this beautiful lake here, a name I can't possibly pronounce as much as I've tried, but there's a ton of water sports, so it's a perfect opportunity for us to try out these XTU Action cameras. So let's get to it. Here at the beach now, we're at this water sports centre, and we're going to hire these catamarans here. We're going to have a lesson on day one. Day two, we're going to take them out, and we're going to touch the action cameras and get some really cool footage and see how well they work. I'm using the Hohem mic here, and guess what? I forgot the muffler, so if it's a bit windy, I apologise for that, but looking forward to getting this on the water. Well, we're just waiting for the wind to pick up. And we've got a beautiful spot here where we can just launch the kayak. It goes shallow for quite a long way, so it's nice and safe.
Crazy times, can't you feel it? Is there a reason for it all? Huh, maybe take a ride on this pipe train, hold it in, wait for it, here come the fall. Oh, your mind's been spun into a web, spider gonna catch 'em all.
This is where we've come in today to go on that. So I'm quite excited. Well, the kids are excited. I wanted to go back on the catamaran, but hey ho. We've set up camp just over here. They laughed at my umbrella and at my trolley, but look, who's laughing now? We've made a fantastic camp. We've got all the gear here. So I have to say these Hohem mics have worked really well, and they've got noise cancellation, of course. And all you need to do is the little button, lower button on the side here. You just press it once, then press it again for more noise cancellation. It's a little bit different to other mics I've used, where blue is in normal mode, green is first level of noise reduction, and then yellow is the second level. So what you used in the last time you've used it is how it'll be set for when you launch it again. So if you like noise cancellation, then it'll stay like that every time you use it. So on the mic, you also have a port to put in a lav mic, so that could be really handy if you want to use it in an interview style. And underneath there is a charging port if you wanted to do it that way. And there's also a slot for a micro SD card. So if you want to do internal recording, you can do that on these as well. And if you want to adjust the gain, you do it on the receiver. There's up and down arrows, and you can click up, click down and it's got plus or minus for the gain. The receiver also has a port for charging your phone without taking the receiver out, and also on the other side there's a port so you can put in some headphones so you can actually monitor the audio as it's coming in. We're off to the dunes. It's, oh, how'd you say it, Nikki?
La Dune de Pilat.
La Dune de Pilat.
La Dune de Pilato.
Well, I know Grace is excited. Well, these dunes are absolutely insane. I mean, look at this view. This is incredible. What a hike. Worth every minute of it. Here we are, Bordeaux centre. We've arrived in Bordeaux and our first destination is the Miroir d'Eau, just behind me here. And you get this amazing reflection off this water with beautiful buildings behind me. So I'm going to put the gimbal at a really low angle and see if I can get that nice mirror shot. So the cool thing here is I've got the remote controller here for the Hohem gimbal. So I can just now start and stop recording here, double click to go into photo mode, double click to go back to video mode. So I'm going to get the family in, go into photo mode, and we can get our shot. So we've just come to this beautiful cathedral, but there's not much light. So I'm just going to add some by pressing the button on the side wheel. And on comes the light. I can turn it up, bring it down, and have it a warmer tone just to balance the light out. Isn't that beautiful? Let's have a little look round. That's it, last day on camp. If I'm honest, these audio headsets weren't that comfortable. You enjoying it?
Oh, loving it.
Loving it, every moment. Is this you living the dream? So we've driven all the way back to Calais. We forgot to do our flip-flop shot. Because they're setting up over there. No time for any microphones or gimbals. So this is our last little experience of France. So the Hohem gimbal is really well made. It's a lovely material. It's nice solid plastics. These legs, they looked really flimsy. I'm like, that's not going to work. But they're actually incredibly strong and really useful. You don't get the extended grip like you might from others, but the fact that this all comes up anyway was really handy. It has the tilt on it, so that was really perfect. And having this AI tracking that is separate from using it within the app meant you could use any app you liked. That was really, really good. And the fact that this comes off so you could use things remotely was absolutely fantastic. Not seeing it on another gimbal, and makes this really, really stand out from anything else I've seen in the same space. So the downsides, I would say, this does get knocked off quite easily in your bag, so you just need to be careful that you don't lose that. So that's really one of the main issues I found. I think I really liked the app. It's got all the usual features in there that you would expect. They do all work really well. The AI works really well. I'm not really doing very well at talking about the cons, am I? The price point is amazing. You know, I think it's actually really cheap for what it is. It was really easy just to stick in a a little bag and just carry it around all the time. So I think that is a definite winner. The mic, really well made. Love the colours, really exciting. It's kind of sporty, sexy. I think they've done a great job with that. If you wanted something like super discreet, this isn't for you. But I think for fun young content creators, absolutely ideal. I love the sort of plug and play element to it. That said, you can make some adjustments. There's no app you can do more refined things with, but with mics like this, I tend not to really use the apps, and you want something that you can just run and gun and get good quality, I think is also important, and I think this certainly does do that. And again, it's a much cheaper price point than a lot of the competitors. That's an upper mid range. I think this is a definite serious contender, and it's really cost effective. So I think they've done a fantastic job with that, and I would definitely recommend that. The XT Action cameras, enjoyed using them. Small, light, very convenient. The S6 is the newer and very light product. I really like the fact it's got a thread on the bottom, so you can connect different things onto that. You do have to use the protective case, the waterproof case, to be able to mount anything on it, or you're screwing into there. But all the usual action mounts, you would use this. So a thing to note that it's not waterproof at all. You have to use the case. The buttons all worked fine through the case. That wasn't an issue at all. My disappointment with it is it's in 4K, it's only got 30 frames per second. So you can't really do a 4K slow-mo on this. And the other settings where you could do slow-mos, or if you want to save on disk space, then the quality just wasn't that good. You'd need to put it in 4K. And then, because obviously with these they're using digital stabilization, that under pressure you could see a bit of ghosting around the edges. So I didn't enjoy using it as much as I did with the Max2. The quality on that was much higher, much better. It had the 4K 50 frames because I got it in the PAL mode. And so it meant I could slow it down because I'm making my films in 24, 25 frames per second. But of course, this also has 6K feature on it as well. So the quality I got out of this was much better. It seemed to film naturally in a much flatter color profile and less digitally sharpened. So I had more to play with in post-production. And so I couldn't get the flexibility out of the S6. So that was my I preferred that one. And again, the price point is extremely good. These are not expensive. So I think not quite the prosumer product, but I'd say for family filming and some content creation, these would be quite suitable. Another bonus with these, they do come with a ton of accessories, and you could mount it onto so many different things. There was always something there, and multiple options of being able to mount it onto something, whether it's some decking, a wall, a helmet, a bicycle. You could find a way of doing that. I think the only extra thing I bought was a suction cup to go on the interior of the car. It doesn't come with any selfie stick, but I did have one of those. So that was perhaps the only additional thing you might want to think about getting. Then lastly, the Action 4. And I have to say, it was definitely my most preferred action camera, and towards the end of the holiday I used nothing but this and the gimbal, for several reasons. For one, the quality was better. I could get higher resolution. I can get 120 frames per second in 4K, so I can play around with slow motion a lot more. It does do horizon balancing, so you always kept the horizon level, which I thought is a really great feature, which I use most of the time, unless I'm using it in low light. And in low light it worked a lot better. The audio recording on that was quite decent. It saved me a couple of times when I forgot to bring the mic with me, so that was quite good. You do want to get the Action combo if you're getting that, because then you get the spare batteries and a selfie stick, and of course the cage. And once you've got that on it, you've got the full protection, but then you've got the magnetic clip there that just makes it so fast and easy. So again, you get a suction cup with that clip on it. You can clip it on and off in seconds. An addition I did do is I took the stand off another gimbal I had, so you get a little tripod at the same time as having the extension rod. So I found that really helpful. And in fact, I did have the remote control watch for this as well, so I was able to stop start it remotely as well, so that was really handy. So I'd recommend that as well if you're going for an Action 4. That said, the S6 did come with its own little remote controller like that as well, which was quite a nice little feature. Shame they don't do that on the Max2 Pro, because that would have been really handy. That would make that really stand out and be a bit more of a competitor. But then this is twice the price, if not more. So just to bear that into account. But also with this, you do get the 3 batteries as well in the combo kit, which is a definite must. I did get with the XTC Action cameras a little twin pack of spare batteries as well, which is always useful when you're traveling, to make sure you've always got something that you can leave one charging overnight, chuck another one in ready for shooting the next day, or if you're out doing a long bit of videoing, that you can just pop a fresh one in. I hope you enjoyed sharing our little journey with us there, and you learnt more about these pieces of kit so you could decide whether they're right for you. If you want to know more about gimbals and audio kit, there's some playlists over here. Please show me love, subscribe to the channel by clicking up here, and I look forward to seeing you over there.